Hi guys, it's Clarice. If you are new to my YouTube channel, I'm a watercolor artist that teaches you how to go with the flow and paint loose florals in watercolor, which helps you find your calm, which helps you find your peace and your expression, which is very important in life. So I have some important news to share with you guys. If you're someone who's a beginner in watercolor or Procreate or any kind of creative space, painting in gouache maybe, anything like that, I have exciting news for you. For the third year in a row, I am going to be joining the Pigeon Letters, who's run by Peggy. For most of you artists, you would know her. She is hosting a free summer retreat, creative retreat, summer creative retreat. I'm going to list the link with all the details below. I'm going to be a part of that and I'm super, super excited. So this video over here is going to give you just a little bit of a hint of what you can expect for the summer creative retreat. So check out the link below. Make sure you sign up. I think it's like over 30 different creative people that are going to be on there. And you're going to be able to just sit there and just zone in, hone in, and just create a whole bunch of stuff. Believe it or not, all of this is free. So make sure you check out the link and let's get into this video. For colors, I'm going to be using the MeiLaing solid watercolor set that I have. I absolutely love this set of colors. Look how beautiful they are. Don't mind the way I've swatched it. I messed it up a little bit. This is also the same palette I have used in my book, Paint 50 Watercolor Nature, which is a fabulous resource for beginners. So again, I'm going to be using this over here because this video is specifically catered towards people who are looking to grow and learn more about this beautiful medium of watercolor. So I've got my Princeton brushes. For those of you who are brand new over here, I am an ambassador for Princeton brushes. They are fabulous brushes, very economical, and they give you fabulous results. So my two favorites in this is the Princeton Velvetouch number 4 and the Princeton Neptune number 6. I'm just going to keep the Princeton 0 handy, and that's from the Heritage line. And I've got my Canson watercolor paper. Again, another great resource for students that won't break the bank. I also have my water handy and we are good to go. So I'm going to activate my brushes, just making sure that they're wet, they're clean. And I'm going to get this messy palette that I have here just to mix some colors because I'm going to definitely need to do some of that. So the very, very basic thing that I want to show you guys first and foremost when it comes to watercolor, again, assuming that you are brand new, the beauty of watercolor is watching the color mix in the water. Okay, so this requires you to add quite a bit of water on your sheet of paper. So I'm going to mix a color just to sort of get us started on that. Okay, so let's go with, I'm going to go with this blue color that I have here. Feel free to mix any color of your choice. We're just going to sort of practice and see what it means to use watercolor, okay? I'm going to use the second brush to dampen my sheet of paper. So let's just do like a basic square rectangle shape. And then I've got the color directly from my color cake. And what I'm going to do is just drop it into the center. And you see how it blooms out? That is what watercolor is all about. So I'm just going to add little bits and dabs all around. What you're going to notice is as I'm doing it on the outskirts, the bloom isn't as, it's blooming, but it's a little bit darker in comparison to the center one, and the bloom isn't as far and wide. And that's mainly because the outer edges are drying up. So like I said in the beginning, watercolor is all about adding color while the area is wet. And then you get those beautiful bleeds. That's how watercolor works. So One thing to note is that the base was damp and I got color directly from here. So it was very, very dark color, right? So now I'm going to do it one more time. This time, I'm going to do the same little dampening. And I'm going to dip this brush, which has a lot of color, in water here. And then just dabbing off any excess water, I'm going to drop that in here. And what you're going to notice is, look how soft that bloom is. The reason that there's two differences over here with these two sets that I've done is that over here, I took the color directly from the color cake, so it gave me a more intense look and feel, and it retained a lot of the shapes. Over here, it kind of just bloomed in, because I dipped the color brush in water first and then dropped it on a surface that already has water, which dilutes the color even more. So that right here is your basic lesson on what watercolor is and how it works. So now with that basic lesson in mind, we're going to use two brushes, one with a nice fine pointed tip, one which is nice, thick, bushy, which will help us kind of move the color along, and we're going to paint some nice loose florals. So I love using the number 4 to get some color, so I'm going to start off with doing exactly that. And for the color, I'm just going to use something like the lilac, or maybe even the, yeah, you know what, I'm going to use 2 colors. We're going to take what I showed you in how watercolor works a step further. So we're going to use a super dark purple and then a light purple. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. So I'm going to start off with using the number 4 and getting my very dark purple. And then I'm going to use this brush right here, and I'm going to get my super light purple. And what I want to do is, this is where I need you guys to pay attention. It is very important to know that you need water on your brushes, because this is watercolor, guys, okay? It's not acrylic. You need the water to push the color. So I'm going to get some of that. I'm just going to loosely mix that onto my palette, just onto the side here. I want a very light, watered down purple. Okay, so I'm mixing that some on there, and I'm going to get my dark purple directly from my color cake, and I'm just going to drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 little dots with white space in the center. Using this brush, I'm going to pull and extend. I'm dipping the tip of my brush in water. I'm going to pull and extend. Again, getting more water. Pulling. Notice how my brush is flat on the surface. Notice how there's a lot of water. Notice how I'm turning my page so I have easy access to these 2 dots. And every time I'm dipping my brush in water, it's pretty much so that I have enough water on my brush to be able to create these beautiful strokes. And I have my flower. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of perfect, or kind of go over some of the edges to kind of really give us some nice loose feel to our petals. I'm just doing little strokes like so. Perfect. Okay, now what I'm also going to be doing is, notice I've left enough white space. If you have white space between your petals, fabulous. If you can't do that, that's okay. I'm going to go back in. This time I'm going to get some of that nice blue, the first blue that we used. I just want to have different colors happening. I'm going to drop that in here. And notice how it's kind of spreading all around. This is happening because, if you were paying attention in the beginning of this video, it's because there is water. So what I did here was allowed it to dry just for a few seconds or minutes, and look at the interesting effect that we're getting right here. These bits and areas, as you can see, there's a little bit of pooling of water, so it still needs to dry. And pay special attention to how these areas dry. You're gonna find that areas that have a lot of water dry with a little bit of texture on there. You may or may not want that. Look at how you've got these little edges here. So as you start with watercolor, you're gonna get these results. It's absolutely natural. This is how you learn, this is how you grow. But the special attention over here is you paying attention to how we've taken a color, which is blue, put it on a background, which is purple. Look at the beautiful, interesting results. That's why loose watercolor is so fun, because you're able to take different colors, mix it in, and get beautiful results. So the next thing we're gonna do is add some leaves to this. So I'm just gonna take one of the greens that I have on here. I'm gonna mix it in with a little bit of some of this leftover purple that I have on my palette. I like to have darker greens, especially if my colors are bright. And I like to have multiple shades of green happening within my artwork. So I'm gonna get some of that from there first, mix a little bit of that on the side. It's a nice light green. And then I'm gonna drop in some dark green after, okay? So here we go. Nice fine pointed tip of your brush. And you wanna just kind of loosely add little strokes like that. And then starting with the tip, pressing down, we're closing up that stroke to create leaves. I'm gonna do another one here. Some of this area was a little bit damp, so you can see the green kind of just going into the purple. Again, quick reminder, this is how watercolor works. It flows, the color flows when there is water. Okay, I'm dropping in more strokes of dark green in there just so it gives us a little bit of loose detail. And then you can kind of create more little strokes like this here and there. And just kind of drop in more leaves. So for the leafy strokes, making sure there's water on my brush, pressing down twice to create like little arcs that close up and meet. And you can control the size of these as well. Dropping in that darker tone in this at the base here. You can drop some more here. Within the leaf as well. And look what a huge difference it makes to everything as an overall image. And that's pretty much the basics for mixing two colors, two vibrant colors to get a startling effect. And that's how you can do wet on wet loose florals. And then also using two different shades of green to create very interesting results in your leaves. So it's loose depth through contrast within your colors, essentially. So if you're watching this, that means you've reached the end of this video. If you're wondering where I am at my parents' place in Alberta shooting this video because the summer creative retreat is coming up and I didn't have time to get back home and do anything. I want you guys to get excited. This is going to be a fabulous week of creative fun. So join me. I've listed the details in the description of this video. It is absolutely free. So invite your friends, bring your kids, bring your grandkids, tune in for some fun. I've shown you all the supplies I'll be using. I'll be using the same supplies there. So if you want to get any of the supplies, I'm going to list that in the description as well. Otherwise, feel free to come with whatever you have. Tune in to let loose, let go, and go with the flow. So I'll see you there. Bye.